Wizards, wizards, wizards. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now let's just make sure it's not the last time you're hearing those words. Guys, the Wizard platform, 2 days left. I am lost for words. I am speechless. I am overwhelmed. First and foremost, welcome to Wizard Wednesdays, episode 38. But my goodness, the hype is incredibly real right now. I am overwhelmed with emotion and excitement. We've just given you guys the official launch time, 8 p.m. UK time. This is for real. This is not a drill. I did not mean to make that rhyme, but you can just tell I am overly excited right now. Guys, I'm lost for words. I'm excited. I cannot wait. I mean, where do we begin? I mean, how are we actually at the launch date? It's been 8 months, 8 tedious months, locked in, just creating this monster that's ready to unleash. But do you know what? It's not about the 8 months that we spent making this. It's not even about us. It's not about the Wizard team. It's not about me. It's not about anyone else. It's about you guys. Now, just putting this into perspective, what I've seen personally over the past 8 months is phenomenal. Just watching every single one of you, whether you've been following for several years or whether you're new to the Wizard family, I am watching each and every one of you just elevate, just from the calls alone, from what we've been giving you guys absolutely for free for the whole year. I've been monitoring, and believe me, the whole team has been monitoring each and every one of you from the profit post you're sending me. Some people are making 6 figures from the calls already. Some people are making a continuous profit. Some people are making more than what they make in a year off 1 or 2 calls in a row. Now, if we even just started off on the calls over the past 8 months, if that's anything to go by, I hope that has solidified we are the real deal. And what is going on here, beyond any means of imagination or concept that can be grasped, it's just crazy. I'm shaking from excitement right now. That's all I can say. It's just insane. But before we actually begin this, and just guys, again, the way you guys have elevated. Now think about this for a second. You guys, and I put this into perspective on Twitter yesterday, watching you guys elevate and watching you guys just grow as individuals and watching how your trading skills have absolutely blown through the roof just from following the Telegram and calls. Bearing in mind that is just the Telegram and calls. Imagine when we are combining that with the discussions, the interactions with the community together, when you're looking at the course content, all of that content that's been packed within that platform, not to mention the features of the platform, guys, 100 plus features. Each and every feature, bearing in mind the data is quicker. You've seen us teasing CoinMarketCap, and I'm truly sorry. Please send CoinMarketCap my condolences, because it's not going to end well once this platform comes out, because real-time data, I'm talking less than a second, that data is coming in real time. That alone is going to give us the utmost upper hand. How do you think these calls have been so accurate? And BTC is a good example. We missed that opportunity today by $100, but my goodness, did it unfold to perfection. That's why I'm not even mad, because the call came through so perfectly. It's actually crazy to see how it came through so precisely. It's literally a win-win situation. But if the calls are anything to go by over the past few months alone in particular, hopefully by now you guys can see exactly what is going on here. We trade differently than anyone else. We work differently than anyone else. The Wizard community is unlike any other. Now, I'm just going to play this video for you before we continue, because I'm excited. This took a long time to make, and believe me, the marketing team and myself and the Wizard team, we go so hard on these videos. We put everything into these videos. We put everything into these content for all of you guys, and now the fact it's here is crazy. So what I'm just going to do first of all is just play this video, because I'm hyped, and I'm hoping you guys are as hyped as me. Bang. So boom, there we have it. There we have it. Now, it's a bit of a proud dad moment for me right now. Just for me, myself and the team, just looking at what we've created here. I honestly, If you literally the calls, I will always use the calls as an example. Literally, I show you how I make 8 grand for breakfast. Just again, I was doing it before, but now I've got this platform. I literally cannot imagine my life without it. And you guys are seeing this. Literally, the proof is in the pudding. And to be honest with you, I don't know how any of you, I'm sure you guys will be able to relate. Once you actually gain access to that platform, your life will not be the same. You will not look at trading the same way ever again. And you probably will not be able to actually grasp the concept of your life without the platform. This is how revolutionary I believe this whole idea is. Like the whole idea, the creation of everything that has been made here, the fact that it's changing your lives is what's getting me so excited. I do not care for myself, but watching what it's doing for you guys is something that cannot be topped. Now, 8 p.m. UK time, just make sure, please, you are signed up, you have post notifications on, because the competitions will be getting very, very intense as we start leading up to this. Again, just announce it on Instagram as well. Another 3 winners will be gaining access to the platform for free on the launch date as well. Now, the demo coming very soon, another surprise announcement coming on that side as well. Just make sure www.cryptowzrd.com you are signed up, because very soon we'll be sending out a surprise email as well with a special discount code for absolutely everyone. So I'm going to jump into the charts any second as well, but I just wanted to answer one question as well. You guys have been asking, why Black Friday? Why Black Friday? Why Black Friday? Now, if you've been paying attention to the podcast, if you've been paying attention to my views on society, the Wizard team, we have the exact same views on everything, whether that's society, whether that's humanity, whether that's life overall. Black Friday is evolved around consumerism. Society is constructed to play off consumerism. You've seen it on WorldStar, you've seen it on YouTube, you've seen it everywhere. There are people fighting, there are people snatching, a baby in a pram is holding something, and there's people literally punching a baby to get a TV. Consumerism has messed up this world. So what a better way and a better day to do this than to almost throw it out there. It's very simple. If you have 2 choices in life, and we're almost throwing a predicament out there for you guys, it's essentially, do not fall into consumerism. Be your own person. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. Freedom is literally here. It is right here, right now. 8 months in the work, freedom is around the corner. The opportunity is there. Is it going to be consumerism, or are you going to change your life forever? I've taken the plunge. All of the friends in my circle have taken the plunge. The question is, do you have what it takes to do the same? Now, before we just continue, I just want to say as well, a massive thank you, first and foremost. Again, I'm too excited, I can't stop talking right now, but just a massive thank you, not just for supporting us from the very, very beginning, but a thank you for actually taking the plunge yourselves. You guys have gone out of your way to take those trade calls, to learn more, to do the research, to understand what's going on. So the least we can do is give back and give you something that no one else in the market has access to. There's nothing like this out there in the world right now, and I highly doubt we're going to see anything similar, because we're going to keep evolving. The content continues evolving. The new content, if there's a new strategy, a new idea, you name it, it's going for free. It's called Evolve. We've named it Evolve because the content and the platform is ever evolving. New features, new videos, you name it, it's all included in your lifetime membership. Now, let's jump on this very happy, positive note to the Wizard platform. Let's have a little look at the charts and see what's going on. So I've just plotted one level here. That was just a tester to get the purple zone all plotted up. But the BTC daily perspective, first and foremost, the wick fishing that was covered, the actual call that was predicted, it has come through to perfection. And if we actually did hold that trade, fair enough, we probably would have been in some pretty good profit from that very moment as well. But guess what? The tide has gone. We've made enough profit from the short, from the long, from the short, from the long. We've capitalized off almost every movement BTC has provided. Even when the stops have been hit, it's been on hedge trades predominantly. We had the unfortunate circumstance with the exchanges, but you know what? That's part of the market, it's part of the game. If your risk management is in check, none of that matters whatsoever. We can have stop losses hit 10 times in a row if our risk management is in check. But fortunately, over here, we do not do such things. We always recoup any form of losses, and the profits are always bigger than the wins. And if there's one thing I just dearly hope is you guys can see that now. I've been trying tirelessly to prove that. And again, within a matter of 2 days, that Discord chat, the Wizard chat, that's where things are going to be kicking off, because that's where I'm going to be unleashing. If you think I've been unleashing now in the Telegram, just wait until you have access to that wizard chat in the Discord, because once we shift over to Discord, I promise you, I am going to unleash. What you guys are seeing now is just a speck, a breadcrumb. It's literally just a Rice Krispie in comparison to a cereal bowl. Now that's probably the best phrase or caption I've ever come up with in my life, but that is literally it. It's a single Rice Krispie in a big bowl of Rice Krispies, and what you're going to see very soon is the full platter, the a la carte, the main course, the dessert, everything, absolutely everything. And I cannot wait, because you've already seen I'm drip feeding the strategies to you guys already to have you guys prepared, because once I start going all in, I'm talking going ham in that Discord chat, everything you guys want, the voice notes, the videos, the updates, you name it, you're going to get it. And I promise you, you are going to see a shift in everything you have currently struggled with before. So in saying that, let's have a look at BTC. What's the weekly saying first of all? Now, the weekly, first and foremost, we have seen a nice descent. We're so close now to that $6,000 region. So what we'll do is, before we actually get to that $6,000 region, let me just expand this very quickly, keep this nice and clean. Again, just utilizing the platform as well in all its glory. I cannot show you the other tabs for now, but guess what? If you are one of the lucky demo code winners, you'll be seeing what I'm seeing very, very soon. And to be honest with you, I've told you before, I am actually handing every single call, every single successful call towards the platform, the Traders Hub in particular. My goodness, is that thing a lifesaver. I am in love with the Traders Hub, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it live in the flesh, just fluctuating in all its glory. But first and foremost, when it comes to the weekly, here's the first thing that comes up, and I notice straight away, and here's why I'm actually anticipating the potentiality. I'm not sure why. TradingView keeps doing this, by the way. I don't know if you guys are experiencing this problem, but it's really annoying me now. But we'll have to make do with it for the time being. It's happening even on the normal TradingView. I'm not sure what it is, but you can clearly see from the weekly, if you're on the daily, you've actually got the huge wick and the movement here, which kind of violates and actually breaks through. So many people would probably look at shorting here. However, just a tad higher, we have $7,700 to $8,000. Now, if you recall, the initial projection was around 7,000 to 700, 7,800, with the potentiality to actually push that little bit higher and touch the $8,000 region. But so far, we have actually tapped this zone precisely. So it's only once you actually go towards the weekly time frame that you understand what's going on here. Crucial level of support, broken, come back up, rejection, exactly at that region. We've technically already fulfilled this movement, but I do believe there will just be that tiny little push higher. When I say tiny little push higher, I mean just a little push, maybe tapping into that 7-8 region. That would be lovely. But regardless, all in all, you can see that even though that movement on the 1 hour chart I posted earlier looks huge, again, nice reversal. We have a nice long opportunity coming up very soon as well. I'll be showing you that in a second. But first and foremost, you can see how large this movement looks. It's great. Margin trading would have been phenomenal. But when you go to the weekly, you realize that move is actually minuscule. We've seen way, way larger movements before. So this is nothing to really go by. It's nothing to consider a bullish movement. And in the grand scheme of things, you can see this huge bullish momentum. Everyone thinks it's going to blow higher. But I personally think for the time being, we are staying and falling to $6,000 now, and even $5,000. I wouldn't say it's a guarantee. Nothing's ever a guarantee in life or in the markets, but it is almost inevitable at this point. Now we've ripped through $8,000. We've come back up. We've come for the rejection. And you can see how small it is on the weekly, which just shows if we do see this rejection here. Here's what I'm looking at roughly. Let's just use this zone as a decent little guideline. And again, if you want to add another one as well, by all means necessary, you can do so, because there are a lot of trend lines actually just working right now on BTC. So here's what I'm looking at. I was considering going short, but I may actually look for an intraday long before we go short. Now, the overall bias, just to clarify, just to make it simple and sweet for anyone that doesn't really understand the terminology just yet, all you need to do is look at this region up here. We've got a trend line. In the grand scheme of things, this is minuscule. We saw a perfect rejection. I did say if we maintained, was it 7,160 around that region there, we would fall towards $6,800. Wickfish on the daily. Wickfish again. Another tap of this region, just 100, almost literally precisely $100 short of our zone. And you can see by the memes I posted in Telegram, I am distraught. But here we have it, the call came through regardless. And many of you still caught the trade, which makes me even happier because I do not care. for my own profits. It's about you guys making money. And to know you guys have even utilized the information to go out of your own way and take that call and catch a killer trade, it makes me so happy you do not believe it. So again, daily looks great. There is no real Fibonacci in play. That's the only real threat. As you know, the Fibonacci plays a key and predominant role in my strategy. But all in all, just showing you the simplicity of trend lines and zones over here as well. The 4-hour time frame, you can see we're already nearing that cheeky devil of a trend line. We've technically tapped it if you went through some different cheating alternatives, but I'm leaving that there for the time being. You could even leave it from that wick to that wick. All I know is I would like to see some form of drive. Let's get rid of this. Do not need that for now. We don't even really need this too much. But if you understand here the precision, we've tapped, come back and tap again around $7,800 to $8,000, and boom, we start going short. And when I say short, I mean we short this bad boy to the 6,000s, which is inevitable. There is a nice head and shoulders here, beautiful formation. It was something I was looking at, but even again here, head and shoulders boomed a little bit higher, rolled over, wiped out the lows, tapped a bit lower, and then we died. And I'm almost certain at this point, almost certain we are going to be tapping by December. I'm talking early December, or even, what's the date today? So 27th, so we've got 2 days till the platform launch. I'm not even joking, by the platform launch, we could actually see $6,000 come through. Now that would be, honestly, that would be all kinds of stars aligning. I would actually have to go and see a counselor and maybe get some voodoo done on myself in a positive way, because if the stars align where we hit our bonus end of year call of $6,000 and the platform launch on the same day, I'm probably going to have a stroke. And I do not want to have a stroke because I'm still young and I have a long life ahead of me, hopefully, and I want to be there for all of you throughout this journey. So hopefully it doesn't happen, but again, at the same time, hopefully it does. It's a risk I am willing to take. Now, looking at this in perspective overall, huge head and shoulders, let's just use some psychology behind this and what I'm looking at. First of all, we're below a crucial support level. Crucial. I'm talking weekly and yearly resistance and support levels over here. Broken below, rejection, new lower low, new lower low, new lower low, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. It is just moving flawlessly in synchronization. Trendline confluence with the resistance. It's just going hand in hand. Now, if we were to do this theoretically, not the pitchfork, I don't know why I'd use a pitchfork. Right, there we go. Let's just draw it from there for the time being. You can see the 61.8 absolute perfecto. Look above 78.6. Now, you know I'm a man that loves the 78.6. The golden ratio, it's all glory, it's all happy days, but does it bring me much joy and does it bring me much profitability? Not as much as the 78.6, and that is also within my trading strategy. Something you'll be seeing in 2 days' time. And my goodness, I cannot wait to reveal it, because the truth is, I've said this before, I'm laying all the cards on the table now. This is me being dead serious. You are going to see absolutely everything I am trading, how I'm trading, how I view the markets. The goal here, this is all I want. This is genuinely all I want. I want you guys to do better than me. I want to post a trade, and one of you, using the strategies I've given you, looks at me and goes, Torre, are you crazy? Have you lost your mind? This is clearly a short, not a long, vice versa. And I want you guys to beat me. I want you guys to out-trade me, because it will give me satisfaction. I am not egotistical. I just want to see others win. And this, honestly, that's like Christmas. If I lost a trade and then you guys said, no, actually, I utilized your principles and got it right, fair play. You are getting a handshake and you are getting the utmost respect, because you guys deserve it. And if you put in the work, you can achieve it. Now, putting this into perspective as well, let's just wait for the wick fishing. I mean, realistically, if we do see those wickies and the fishies come out to play, then quick short position tool, boom, stop loss just above there. Honestly, around 8,400 would do the trick. Quick dip down from anywhere from $6,000 to $5,000. Even that's quite high, to be honest with you. If we're catching this from up there, who am I kidding? If we're going for the real sniper trades as per, then we will not need a very wide stop loss. It could honestly be around there. Huge and a nice risk to reward ratio on that as well. Let's expand that out. Almost 6 times your initial risk amount if you did enter upon a potential wick fish of that zone with a good stop loss. Dipping into that $6,000 region, that's just a heaven-sent blessing. That movement from there to there would be 2,000 pips approximately. Now that is fantastic. Drag that even lower, you're looking at around 3,000 pips. Now that word, when you consider the likes of other markets and traditional markets where some people are just complacent and happy, with 50 pips a day. Not in this market. We're here for the big bucks. We're here to change our lives and make money. And hopefully I've shown that in the Telegram now as well. The money can come relatively easy as long as you follow the principles. You will notice the trades we capture are still big moves, but they're not, glorious trades that are running for weeks and weeks and weeks to capture 7,000 pips. No, because the market, BTC in particular, and XRP, they provide those moves in abundance. So why would we hold on if we're trading such an erratic, volatile market? Boom, you see this movement, take some profit there, take some profit there, and I guarantee you we've made more money. Even this movement here, when I caught this movement and I took profit and it pulled back, I guarantee you I've made more money off this short, I didn't take the short, sorry, off that little long there. I made enough money there. You saw the profits, it was almost like 20K in a few days. It was disgusting, it was crazy, and it becomes normal over time. And this is what I'm trying to train you guys to see. That kind of money, I do not view money as money anymore. It's essentially just a byproduct of me understanding charts. And that's what I've been trying to tell people. I do not control the markets, I just know what I'm doing. Now, putting that into perspective with this setup, my goodness, if this does come through, then we will see another very profitable end. The Fibonacci's are aligning. It's not the most crucial or key swing point to really draw a fib from, but you're seeing how it does correlate quite nicely with other levels, not to mention prior levels of support and resistance as well. So all in all, hand in hand, I believe everyone right now, the generic retail trader, would be shorting from this situation. They'd be shorting from here. And here's why they could be profitable for a very short-term period. Let me show you exactly why. Drawing this trend line over here, no matter how you draw it, overall and all in all, again, I don't know why this thing's here, but it's really annoying me. That there for me, if we are looking to, here's what we can do, and here's something I am considering, dropping down to the 1 hour time frame. We've absolutely annihilated this level, absolutely ripped it through. Now, what is going on here? BTC, can you chill? So you see we've actually broken through and rejected already and pushed up higher, but now we should be seeing a dip back towards that 7,200 to 7,150 region. Should we see this come through quite nicely, I would definitely consider going short. Now, there are a few obstacles in my pathway, which means this could fall a little lower than anticipated. And from a 4 hour perspective, it also makes pretty good sense. The wicks are there, there's all kinds of crazy activity going on, and there's a lot of wicks to draw from. So it can be a bit difficult and it could be a bit risky, but here's what I believe is going to happen. Everyone shorts from here, they get sucker trapped in, and remember the key rule, no one takes profits. But wizards, we sure as hell take those profits every step of the way. So how we can capitalize off these movements is by entering, taking a bit of profit off here, taking another bit of profit off there, closing the trade out. Stop losses go gradually higher for the intraday trades. We can rarely ever lose. And even when we lose, it's minuscule compared to the winners. So it's a win-win situation. The average person would short here, it would hit this level, they wouldn't even have this trend line drawn because they do not understand the markets. Price hits here, they want to go for the home run, whatever they want to do. It could reject this region and just blow them through the roof because they know if they've caught this level here, here's how psychology works. Here's what I'm thinking. If you were to enter short here right now and price started dropping to this level, you'd be in a good bit of profit. There's a decent amount of profit. It's like $500. You cannot complain with a $500 movement. We captured one like that the other day, and I would happily take profit from a move like that, but most people wouldn't. So they'll see 500 pips and they think, oh God, if it's 500 pips already, I can just go for 10,000. But guess what? In Lulu land and Cuckoo land, maybe. But the market is erratic. Almost every time you enter, as you can see here, the most perfect trade we captured, it still came down and wick fish lower and wiped out everyone. And this is a reoccurring theme I'm trying to show you. Again, I'm not giving away all my tips and tricks, but I'm sure just giving you this insight that no one else provides allows you to see the market in a different retrospect and light. So if I was to short here and price started hitting this level, the first thing I'm doing is I'm leaving my stop loss there. I might just drop it lower because I do not want to put it in break even because I'm a greedy retail trader and God forbid, not religious, but God forbid, you got your stop loss got closed in break even or profit. That's just detrimenting the ego. I'd much rather leave it here and I might put it up here so the market doesn't wipe me out because that way I'll never be wrong. But guess what? The market will always come back to humble you. So let's just say this situation does come through. Price goes lower, people start lowering their stop losses, but they do not technically put them into break even or profit. The market knows this because they see those order books and they control the market. Dump it lower, starts rejecting potentially, and boom, it pushes up higher, hits the 78.6. If it doesn't hit it straight away, Again, if it hits the 78.6, all in line with this trend line as well. Again, let's just actually extend this out a bit further. Let me just show you that. So let's just do that to there. That's more precise. Boom, look at that. So this is why I do not enter off these situations. Now, if you want a wide stop loss, by all means necessary, you can do so. But me being not necessarily a sane person, but someone who has a bit of patience, I would know that if I entered short here, there's a trend line right above, also aligning with a 78.6. I mean, look at the candle body closure perfection on that zone. Look at the 61.8 here. It has been working flawlessly. So understanding we've broken through this level as well. Let me get rid of this. Essentially, the long opportunity we're catching, again, I'm showing you how to think and trade like the institutions and think and act as if you are the market itself. Many people on this retest may start entering, but there is also the possibility of that extra downside push. Now, putting all and all together, you can hopefully understand now how crazy all of this is actually sounding. We've broken through, rips this resistance apart. We're either going to tap here and blow straight through the roof, or we may see that little push lower. Either way, I'm prepared. If I had a quick Fibonacci from here to there, we haven't seen the actual reversal yet, but we could be seeing that shortly. Now extend that up to there. Perfection on 7,200 approximately, and around $7,050 to $7,000. That is a perfect level. Nice confluences, some round number almost over there as well. It's a win-win situation. So here's what I believe is exactly about to go down. The shorters get trapped, whether that's from here or there. We'll evaluate from there and see if we can enter a nice long, hopefully by the time this video is finished, or even during this video. I'll update the Telegram within making this video as well if need be. Now understand, if we wipe out those shorters, we then enter from the extension, just as we do almost every single time. The calls have been working flawlessly, and I truly believe now this is the last retest. Again, look at the daily. Lower lows, lower highs. It's just a win-win situation. Clean up all the mess, get rid of the Fibonacci, get rid of this, get rid of this. It doesn't matter. You can see there's a major trend line here on the daily, extending that out from wick to wick over there. Perfection. Come up and tap this level. Pull back lower, remain below this boundary here. If I was to actually even push this higher, I don't really want to do it, but let's just say we're below this boundary of exactly $8,000. I'll leave it there for now, theoretically, for a visual purpose. Understand, boom, it looks like it's going to reverse. Now let's go to the 1 hour. The zones are there ready. We know there's a counter trend. Let's just say it does give way. Even if you just draw it from here, in the worst case scenario, you draw it like that. If it does dip all the way down here, then guess what? We now have our Fibonacci in play. This is where the Fibonacci becomes more realistic. So everyone here is thinking, cool, made a good bit of money. What if it just dumps to this level, exactly where I said, we buy here, capture the movement, because look at the extensions. What a coincidence, 7,900 and 8,200. Let's say this does push lower, reject over here. We capture the long. I'm not willing to short this, but I am willing to long this. I let the market come to me. This is, I would say, personally, around 90% going to fall down to this level. I just believe it will. Nice confluences, looks pretty good. And if it does, then my goodness gracious, it's going to be great. 7,400 regardless should be an instant retest or a rejection. That should be a very crucial level because it was a very crucial resistance and I knew we were going to break out. I'm a bit devastated about this. I cannot believe it just went $100 away and blew through the roof. But the same thing happened here. As you can see, saved by the bell. I mean, literally saved by a thread. Saved by the bell. That's very fortunate, and I thank Bitfinex for not having very scammy servers compared to many other people. At the end of the day, Bitfinex provides the liquidity to the majority of the platforms, which means I'm going to use a platform that uses Bitfinex. I'm also going to use the Bitfinex chart. So going over to XRP, Ether, and LTC, just to quickly touch on them, because to be honest with you right now, I do not really care for these. You know my standpoint on XRP. I'm still anticipating. We've hit 20 cents now. We've fulfilled that region as well. Who would have thought 20 cents when I called this over there? I've called it all the way over there before as well. Who would have thought it would actually come true? I mean, we knew it just takes patience, but the fact it's come through should just show you yet again, patience will always persevere in the real world, in the markets, wherever. Patience is always the biggest key to success, and I promise you that. There will be times where you are slaving away for years, but that one day, there could be one day that just changes your life, and that is what patience is all about. Something that, unfortunately, society doesn't have anymore, but we as wizards, we have patience. Now, understanding that we could be seeing a major dump, I'm talking 18 cents seems like a breeze at this point. Again, the same theory applies for XRP as well. We've broken below crucial level. Again, nice little level there as well. Key candle body action. I love a bit of candle body action. I love body action, but candle body action, that's a different level of thrill, that is, honestly. I mean, looking at this overall, anywhere, personally, 16, 15, 14 cents. That's where I think XRP will peak. And overall, just so I can go to BTC again and show you, here's my bias. I'm not continuously shifting bias because the overall targets remain exactly the same. I have not changed bias once. I said from here, we're going short to $6,000. I first said 8,500, then 6,000 will follow. Where did we fall and literally consolidate for a whole month? $8,500. We ripped through. We rejected where I said, boom, we're now back at around $6,000 to $7,000. Now we go for the next leg and potentially the final leg, $6,000 to $5,000. That would then dip. So basically the swing, the correction, the boom. Whether we tap this level or not, it's irrelevant because the main agenda remains here. So anything you're seeing intraday does not take away from me fulfilling these overall movements. I've got buy orders set everywhere. I can show you the screenshots on MT4. They are ready to go and ready to rumble. So it's looking good. $6,000 to $5,000 BTC, one final push, and then we start exploding through the roof. Even if $16,000, I'll throw this out there, even if $16,000 doesn't come through this year, it should come through early next year. And even no matter what happens, the next bullish breakout, I can almost assure you, will drive towards $16,000, $16,500. And that's where we'll see our first real pullback from the market when we do start seeing that bullish momentum come through. So looking forward to that, cannot wait. And what that would do for XRP, boom, and plop straight down to around 15 to 14 cents. Wickfish, beautiful, 15 cents, prior price action on Bitfinex. Wipe out everyone, scare them senseless, and boom, rocket ship. Same theory applies though, broken support, turn resistance. Might see a little tap of around 24, could see a little bit of a 24 push. That would be nice, nice and sweet, nice and simple. But all in all, I believe this is going to fall as well. Now, Ether, I've forgotten the exact levels I've given, but all in all, you can see a similar theme here. We should be touching, I did say around $132 to $130, and we fell just short of that, around 135, I think it was. Yeah, around 134, 135. So $2 short of our overall Ether target as well coming through. Cannot complain because no one believed it would have even fallen to this level. However, in saying that, I do believe we're going to be seeing this bad boy drop towards that $100 mark once again. I think we'll fulfill this region here around 100 to 110, around $108, sorry, $100 to $108. Boom, reversal. The market continues on its merry way from here. Same goes for LTC. It's been a bit of a pain, but the same theory applies even from a weekly perspective. I do not even need to go to the weekly to show you this because boom, we have the beautiful support level rejected, broken, rejection. If this maintains, we have got a potential counter trend as well, a bit similar to BTC. I mean, the only thing with trend lines really is, look at that rejection there. So we could be seeing the boom, third trend line bounce, a little bit of a push higher, trick people into buying maybe, and then reverse and start dumping towards that $30 region. So when I do go to the weekly, now here's where things look sexy. I mean, broken support, rejected the support as resistance. We could just tumble, absolutely tumble. Now, I think if I remember from the last lesson, there was also a fib around this region as well, which is just a bonus win-win situation if it comes through. But you can see as well, here's what's really scary, actually, for LTC. Here's why I've stayed away from it. We've broken the 78.6. We're now retesting it as resistance as well. There's no coincidence that the 78.6 aligns precisely with the zone I've just drawn. We've broken through. This is a crucial level on a weekly perspective as well. The signs are too large to be ignored. I am talking too much. I'm too excited. But honestly, it's all working to plan. I mean, look at this. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So waiting for this. Long opportunity wise, the short again, if it goes straight higher, then we look to short from around this level. But first and foremost, we could have a bit of fun and hopefully see this come through. Now, if we see that come through, here's what we're talking about. Some big boy trades over here. Stop loss, nice and simple. Keep it around 6,800. Doesn't need to be too shabby. Doesn't need to be too impressive. But boom, fulfill any of these regions over here, even if I enter from there. Oh no, not 2.81 risk to reward. It's literally a win-win situation. Dipping it up to there, you're still getting more than what you would normally get from any other setup. And it's only an intraday call. So if we can get the peak of the movement around there, stops below this level, bit of wick fishing of a concern. Because we've reversed so high now, I'm not really too concerned about what this little bad boy is going to do. So waiting on this, approximately 7.9 to around 8,000. If it does hit 8,200, then happy days. That's a bonus payday. But then boom, fulfill this region short all the way to the depths of hell. Now, for the time being, there isn't really much else to say except I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are absolutely prepared, because this long-term call, what happens once we fulfill this region, dip a little bit lower, and again, this head and shoulders has been mentioned every single Wizard Wednesdays, almost, I swear, almost every Wizard Wednesdays. At this point, I've mentioned this level so many times. Shoulder, head, potential shoulder. Maybe spike to $5,000 and still close here. That's very possible. And again, you've seen it many times. I think 5,000 would be a quick spike, but the weekly candle would still close around $6,000. And the reason being is the short-term movement for the early on in the week, when that candle opens or closes, whenever that candle would be, would open the paveway to tap this level, close the week around here, and then start gearing up to reverse. Not to mention, pushing all of this rubbish aside, here's what's very crucial as well. This here is now my new friend, my new best friend, because when this thing breaks, whether that's from this way, however you want to draw it, if you want to draw it from there, you can. When this trend line breaks and we see that $8,000 break, which could come through, rejection, boom, pull through, retest, wherever that may be, even 2020 is there. So realistically, boom. So let's just say tap up here, or if reject from here, tap up higher, dip lower, fulfill these regions, quick spike, boom, breakthrough, retest around $8,500 to $8,000, boom, reverse, $16,000. We welcome you in all your glory with open arms. It cannot get any better than this at all. And same goes for XRP. Again, do not ask me, is now a good time to be buying? Of course, it's a good time to be buying. It's 22.5 cents. We have not seen price this low for a very long time. And I mean this low since the end of 2017, before the bull run. So yeah, it's been a while since we've really seen these levels. We did see it again around September, but this low over here, this little gem, is just screaming for price to potentially fall lower. So rejecting resistance, as you can see, boom. If I mark that out again for you, quickly, brush tool, never needed. Again, using the prior historical levels as well, it's just like, it's crazy how many confluences there are. Support, I mean resistance, support, 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 broken, now resistance, rejections galore, boom, see you later, carry on from there onwards. Same goes for LTC, break lower, fulfill these regions, scare everyone senseless, and boom, let's continue this rocket ship all the way up to 181, around 180, it's around $220 to $225, win-win situation. Now Ether, I bought this gem at a very, very low price. I mean, literally from these lows over here before the actual bull run started. So a lot of buys around $6, and then I stacked up hard around $16 to $20 as well. I think I've shown everyone all those Kraken buys as well. It was only about 260 Ether at that time, but it was worth a lot of money, especially when it went up to 1600. That was some big boy racks on the line. So that was a good bit of fun, Ether. And seeing what it's capable of, I still believe in the project. I'm not really too fond of it. I prefer to trade it now, to be honest. But there was some great potential with this coin or this project overall. And I do see this achieving a very substantial price very soon. We've seen what all these prices are capable of. You know what's coming very soon. This market is going to boom, rest assured. I can almost swear by it. You can hold me to it. Once we see those final dips lower, we are going to start reversing. We are going to start finding a floor. Again, reversal, boom, higher low, continue, higher low. When you look at the grand scheme of things, we're still moving higher. And all you need to do for LTC to predict where price could potentially go, whip out the monthly or weekly chart, slap that bad boy there. It's technically already hit. If you want to extend the wick out, it will just aid the wick fishing even further. Drop that down to there. You can see we've technically just skimmed it. Rejection, dip lower, tap into the 130s, and boom, let's carry on our merry way. XRP. Not really much to show you in terms of trend lines, to be honest, but again, if you want to be adaptive, here's where you can see the major L is likely to occur. We've rejected this zone very nicely, but the fact we're still wedged in between resistance and support, it's more likely than not going to give way. Considering the overall market, this entire market right now, we have to realize is still bearish. I don't care how much BTC's gone up this year. If it was at $3,000 at the start of the year, it's still incredibly bearish. Now, understand, in the grand scheme of things, when we start breaking through all these trend lines, I've shown you the market is going to boom. But I just hope you guys are ready, because things are about to get heated. And once you get that Wizard platform in your hand, I assure you that you will not believe how simplistic things are. You will actually not believe how easy I've made it for all of you. Now, guys, all I can say is, before I go, just again, thank you so much for everything you guys have done for us, the love, the support. I'm not going to start crying during this Wizard Wednesdays, as much as I'd love to share some emotions. I don't have much emotions left after enduring turmoil in this market, but I would like to shed a tear and a utmost respect, maybe pour some liquor as a toast of appreciation for everyone, for all of the support and absolutely everything. Now, guys, post notifications, make sure they're on. Make sure you've signed up to the Wizard email, because those discount codes will be getting distributed by surprise very soon. Who knows how much they'll be? All we'll know is they'll definitely help change lives. Now, I'm excited. As you can tell, I have not stopped talking. It's been a while since I've been this excited. And all I can say is, after 8 months of hard work, I am going to change all of your lives. It's time for you guys to take control. It's time for you guys to realize the potential of this market, because rest assured, we are still the early adopters. And once you guys have acquired this knowledge, you're going to very quickly realize you are way too advanced for your own goodness, I guess you could say. You're way too advanced for your own well-being. No one should be this advanced and have this kind of knowledge. But whatever. Everyone deserves it. Everyone's going to get it. And we are in this journey together. I cannot wait to use the words members, members, members in combination with wizards, wizards, wizards again. Now, this is the final Wizard Wednesdays before we shift this over to the Wizard platform. So it does go with my head held up high. I look forward to seeing you guys on the other side. It's very simple. I said this in the podcast as well. At this point in time, it's either join or get left behind, because the Wizard team, the Wizard community, the Wizard family, we are going to be elevating at an exponential rate, and we are not stopping for no man, no woman, nothing. We are not stopping. We are going to achieve this goal. We are going to have an army, a huge army of wizards trading, and who knows what will happen in the future, because I know exactly what's going to happen in the future, and I cannot wait to see it unfold in real time. Now, guys, see you very soon. Whatever social media platform that will be on, I will see you soon. Have a good evening, have a good Wednesday, and stay on the lookout. Post notifications, my personal Instagram, the company Instagram, the CryptoWZRD Instagram, everything. Make sure you're prepared, because we are going to be blasting you guys now with everything you've been waiting for 8 months. The time is here. Wizards, 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 I am out.